Okay. Welcome everyone to the World of Ability Podcast Network. My name is Emily Gilmer and am a podcast engineer here. I'm excited to bring you another episode of Revolutionize Your Marketing with Melissa Day Marketing MA. Now we do here every Friday at 5 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Central, and with very own John Petros. And who we've known for a little bit here through a mutual contact. So as the title sounds, or refers to marketing, this is all about promoting you and organization, new ways and so on. But with nothing further ado, I'm gonna bring in John here to kick us off. Oh, there we go. Welcome, John.
Hey Emily, how we doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's been a pretty quiet day so far. Able to
Yes,
get some things done around the house today.
it's always
But
good.
I don't have a guest this week, folks, so I will be my own guest for a change. Let everybody out there know exactly who I am.
Yes, tell us a little bit about you, John. How did you get started in all this? And
Well, it's kind of a funny line of predicaments. It started with, believe it or not, going on vacation quite a few years ago with my wife. We took a cruise from Boston, Massachusetts to Bermuda, and we had our twins with us. So we had to get a 2 bedroom suite on the boat. Once you get a suite on a boat, you don't go with anything less. You get spoiled. Butler service, concierge, uh, private restaurant for breakfast. Yeah, yeah. Had such a good time. I wanted to help other people enjoy their vacations. So I decided to become a travel agent. Hooked up um, with an international host company, supplied the website and kept specials up to date on the audit and everything. I said, oh, this would be great. Start getting clients into them. It doesn't happen that way, folks. So I heard people putting ads on Facebook. So I said, well, how difficult can it be? So I put some ads out on Facebook to get clients. I got a couple, but nothing really paid off. It was costing me more than what I was making. Then I bumped into this gentleman online who's doing marketing for 15 years, and he was teaching a course. He was starting a certification course in marketing, a 16-week online course, one day a week, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it was an interesting course. I took his course, met a lot of really nice people, uh, and he's from San Diego, California. He's still out there doing his classes. Figured if I'm going to learn from how to do it right from somebody, might as well learn from somebody who knows what he's doing. Right now, this gentleman's got 300,000 students in 75 countries around the world. So I think he knows what he's doing as far as marketing goes. So if I'm going to learn, I might as well learn from one of the best. And it was great. Had to go out to San Diego for the graduation. Met a lot of nice people. Met a lot of people who knew me because this face was on screen almost every week. So they got to know who I was, and I didn't know who these people were. But it was interesting because the people that you meet, you never know who you're going to meet when you go to these things. I'm now friends with a Super Bowl champ from the Colts. Uh, he took the course. He had a couple of businesses going, and he's expanded on his businesses. There's another lady that I met. I keep in contact with her too. She started out with 3 businesses, and now she's got 5. So this guy really knows how to train people to do the job and do it right and to expand. So, not this past summer, summer of 23, he started incorporating AI into his course. So I took the course again. That's right. Twice I took his course. Um, so that's what got me into marketing and got me to where I am now. And once you get into something like marketing, you never know what's going to pop in. Like this podcast, I fell into, uh, literally fell into it. Thanks, Kurt. Uh, I appreciate it. Doing a podcast is a great form of marketing. Uh, not only having your own, but getting the word out there by going on other people's podcasts, which is another avenue that I'm looking at too, that I'm getting involved in. And another thing that I fell into is getting into AI. There's a lot of parts of AI. So one of them is ChatGPT. And last fall, fall of 23, I was putting a summit together for customer acquisition. And I was taping interviews with people that have got multiple businesses and making hundreds of thousands, if not millions, every year. One of them was the guy I took the course from, and a couple of people I met during the course. And I wanted to give something away as a free gift for a VIP package. They were going to get the recordings of the interviews, and I asked ChatGPT to give me an ebook on customer acquisition. Little did I know, in 3 minutes, I was going to end up with a 46-page book on customer acquisition. And it's all print right now. But I'm working on it, and eventually it will be a book. This is similar to what the cover will be. Customer acquisition by an entrepreneur for entrepreneurs. So if you see me around on the internet anyway, people, you'll be hearing about my books. Another one I am working on is just started probably about a week and a half ago. The children's book, an adventure book. Two kids out playing in the park, and they find a mysterious corner. So around every holiday, they go to the park and they find treasures. And it's quite an adventure that they go on in every chapter. So that's being worked on too. So keep an eye out, folks. I got 2 books in the works. Not one, but 2.
What
So it's
inspired you
amazing. It's amazing what you fall into.
what inspired you to write these couple books or do these two books?
Yeah, I have someone that I'm working with that has a book or 2 out. She's been one of my former guests. I'm going to be working closely with her when it comes time for publishing. As soon as I finish the kids' book, I will be sending her over a copy to go through, see what she thinks.
Okay.
And it's quite interesting. You hear people with New York Times bestsellers. Well, I found out that to be a New York Times best-selling author, you need to sell 10,000 copies of your book in a 24-hour period, which is quite outstanding.
Yeah.
You can have a number 1 bestseller. I forget just what the number is for that, but it's a lot lower than that number.
Yeah, that's a lot of copies.
Yeah. But as far as marketing, there's a lot of different things. You'll hear people talk about the main thing with marketing is know, like, and trust. Well, I was listening to somebody the other day and they put a little twist on that saying. It's not know, like, and trust. It's technically like, know, and trust. People will get to like you before they actually sit down and listen and get to know you because it takes more than one conversation with a person for them to know you. And they're not going to have more than one if they don't like you in the beginning.
Right.
That's kind of getting changed as I hear people talk about it more. They say like, know, and trust. So once they
Right.
like you, they'll get to know you. And the more they know you, the more they trust in you. And the more they trust in you, the more they're able to, or the more they're liable to purchase what you have, either a product or a service. So you got to remember that, folks. They have to like you, then they get to know you, then trust you, and then they'll buy.
Right.
Um, and as far as knowing what you do out there, the thing is you have to get your brand known out there. If you're not known on the internet, which is where a lot of people go nowadays, is on the internet, uh, especially this time of the year with Christmas shopping. If you're not on the internet, folks, you're not getting known the way you should be. Uh, I'm expanding the way I get clients known. Besides social media, uh, I now can do 30-second video commercials on live stream TV like Disney Plus and Hulu, all the Paramounts. And the other day, I just got okayed for doing ads on Roku.
Awesome.
And I am getting ready to be in communications with iHeartRadio, which is across the nation also. So I'm expanding my grounds, as they say.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Multiple ways to get the word out there about businesses.
Well, it's all part of marketing. Like how did you get into doing like the Roku and Disney Plus and that kind of thing?
Well, with Paramount was a funny way. Um, First, I saw it came across on the internet um, that Disney Plus was expanding um, on their advertising and opening it up more to the public. So I said, well, yeah, okay, let's see, this can't be a real thing. So I applied for it. And about a week later, I got the response back that I got the okay, and Disney Plus and Hulu, one in the same company now. So I got access to both of them. And the funny thing is, a week after I got the okay from them, it wasn't an ad from Paramount. They sent me an email. So I don't know if they got my information from Disney Plus or what, but so I applied to Paramount, and in about a week I got the okay from them. And I did not realize, folks, that how many live stream channels Paramount has. I still have not actually counted them all. They have they even have live streaming of the NFL on a separate channel. I I can't even think of all the channels that they have. There's so many of them that they have. And I just ran across an ad on social media the other day for Roku, and I got a response back from them in about 3 days, I think it was, that I can now do ads on them. I haven't done too much on the live stream TV end of it yet because it's been too recent. I still have to get used to do and see how they all operate. Main thing I like to do is niche down who sees the ads. That way, clients' budget is not getting spent with people that don't want what they have to offer, and only the people who are looking for what they have are the ones who see the ads. Therefore, they get a better ROI, return on their investment. And the type of people I like working with is basically small businesses because after COVID, they're the ones that got hit the hardest. I've seen too many of them around me not be able to come back from COVID, and some that were able to reopen. A lot of them couldn't get their customer base back. So my ultimate goal is to help the little businesses build up a business big enough where if something like that happens again, they will be able to come back and survive. But then again, if a big business comes along, not going to turn them away and say no. I'd be a fool.
Yeah.
Being small businesses, they have limited budgets, which is fine with me. I'm willing to work with whatever they have. So if there's anybody listening to this live stream or the recordings, um, feel free to get a hold of me if you're interested. My email is millcitymarketing, ma@gmail.com. You can shoot me an email. You can find me on Alignable. If you're a business, you should be on Alignable. If you're not, sign up. Alignable is a platform for our businesses, businesses to interact with other businesses around the country. It's a great platform. You can find me there too. And you can find me on pretty much every social media page. Just look for Mill City Marketing MA.
Eric, do you have any questions?
I sure do, Emily. I have some questions for you. We're gonna put you in the hot seat and see what this stirs up with John about. First of all, Emily, how did you meet John? Like, why is he in your life?
We met him through a mutual contact, an organization called Let's Be Trees. And John had was connected with her and had come on that show we were doing with this person, and it's kind of how we met was through that other show.
All right, so we go from that meeting to John spilled the beans and you know revealed that you had to watch some arm twisting and I had John contorted in all different mind-bending positions. And then he's like, okay, Kurt, I'll do what you want and I'll do this podcast. But Emily, what's your role in this? Like with Mill City Marketing MA, you're like, what do you do in marketing, Emily?
Um, well, I mean it's like promoting all of the uh podcasts and the whole like live streaming kind of stuff. Like promoting all of the shows it's on or other events that we're a part of.
All right, well, give me an example. What's an event you're a part of, and what does that have to do with John?
Uh,
You put her on the
so many,
spot now.
the first one that comes to mind is either the show or like the EC Expo event.
The Expo. What's Easy Expo?
It's a virtual booth platform. Year-round virtual booth platform. Like having a booth at a conference, but this is year-round virtual. Not just like a day or two, like at a conference.
What does it have to do with John?
Just kind of the marketing, getting anybody to have a booth on the platform, and or coming to like the event on December 5th.
So,
Like the whole promotion kind of thing.
so John's a part of this promotion with you?
I don't know about totally yet, but
Oh, totally yet. Oh, okay. So now you're gonna be the arm twister. All right, now we're having some fun, folks. All right, let's see you do this, Emily. Twist his arm. How does this work?
I mean, I'll have it out on LinkedIn and stuff, so it's like promoting that event or inviting anybody to come and so on.
All right, so how does John understand what you're asking for here?
I mean, I was sure the event when I get it created. It's like sharing the link to the like LinkedIn event or whatever, or getting anybody to come.
All right, so Easy Expo is Mill City Marketing MA part of Easy Expo or no?
Uh, I don't remember about having an actual booth at the moment, but if it's not on there, I'll create one after we're done here.
And is that because John succumbed to you? You twisted his arm, and he's like, "All right, Emily, I'll let you make a booth space for Mill City Marketing MA." Is that what happened?
I don't know if he necessarily said that directly, but
He said it indirectly. He told the bird, and then
I don't know, Kurt.
all right, well, why don't we look at Easy Expo? And why don't you converse with John and let's do a real live taking care of business with Emily Gomer and like let's see what you're gonna do, Emily, with John right now.
Well, I think John is signed up as an attendee, but I don't remember if the actual booth is on there yet. So, um, yeah, it's just a matter of John, if you'd like a booth, I can create one for you if you're interested.
Leave it alone.
Sure. It sounds like a good idea.
So John, do you know what like being an attendee on the platform? Have you looked at the other booths? Do you know what the structure is or no?
Not really. No, I don't.
All right, Emily,
Why
why
don't
don't you pull it up?
I
And why
can't, Kurt.
don't
Kurt, I can't do that right now.
Oh, so you can't do that. So then I'm here.
I began only because I'm holding my phone doing Twitter, Kurt.
All right, so now I'm hearing you.
Will you bring it up, Kurt?
All right, there we go. That's how we do. So ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, I created a LinkedIn event for Emily Gomer. So for those of you that don't know, Emily Gomer is virtual assistant. So I created a little display here. Have fun and find valuable insights with Emily Gomer. So that's what we do here when Emily is kind of in a pickle. You know, we get out the pickle juice and we start to can it and make it something for full distribution. So here you go. Entertainment, edutainment. Look at this. The world of ability. Look at this. Friday, November 22nd, 5 to 6. That's Central Time. Live at 5, Emily Gomer, 5 p.m. Central, event by Kurt Roskoff, Emily Gomer's virtual assistant.
Aaron, I thought we were looking at Easy Expo.
Oh, is that what I'm supposed to be? Listener. That's kind of like you're saying, I don't want to look at this, Kurt, you know. All right. You're welcome anyway, Emily, even though you don't want the LinkedIn event entered and promoted for you. And see, the reason she doesn't like it, folks, is that I issue an invoice to her and, you know, I charge her big bucks to have that stuff provided to her. So the join now, I'm hearing that was already done by John. So we will forego that part of it because John already knows, because Emily's saying John's already got a login, but everybody out there is welcome to create their login and attend this event. Oh my goodness. We have a giggle gathering by speaker Teresa Lysum. This is December 2nd, 11 a.m. to 11:30. So this is in Emily's time zone in Central Time. Obviously my time too, because I showed you my LinkedIn account and said in my entries it's Central Time as well. But Emily, what is a giggle gathering? Is that what these podcasts are? A giggle gathering?
No, Kurt.
All right, Emily, what's a giggle gathering?
It's where you're just kind of coming together and well, somebody leads it, but it's like just kind of laughing. And well, I mean, it's kind of something to laugh at, but not laughing with nothing at anything really in particular. And like your brain doesn't know the difference. And
Sounds like it's kind of where people get together and tell jokes.
like can't tell jokes. Yeah, it's kind of a facilitated thing. Carrie, if you want to say any more about it.
I'm all good. I'm just looking for your direction, Emily. I'm helping you on the visuals and you're doing the tour and you know, you're kind of working with me that I'm your VA doing the visual assistant here as
I
your
don't think so. But yeah, so if you had any events that you wanted listed here, you could list them. There is a auditorium where if you had like other videos, like let's say like this podcast, we could put them up here as well. The few videos that are up there, either past podcasts or other videos of something somebody sent to us to have up here. So we could have any other videos up there. And I think about every page there is where you can I'm not seeing it now, but I just did see it a second ago. Oh, Kurt's playing Teresa's video. Yeah, turn on the sound, Kurt. You have it on mute.
I'm just doing visuals, Emily. You're the audio.
Okay. Well, okay, so I'm not seeing it on the page, even though I saw it like a minute ago. I think about there it is. You can click here for text chatting, based on one or two of the things. There's also for video chat as well. And then you can see text chatting with anybody else who's on here. And then yeah, the lounge part is more of the video and text chatting, but I think you can do it on about a few of the other things too. But then if you click the virtual hall card, if you click the virtual hall, then you can see all the they just different categories. I mean, everybody would be put in the featured hall, but then there are different categories. And if there is a category that your organization is in, but it's not on here, just let me know. We could add it to put your organization in there. So if you click on the featured hall, there's some of the booths that have been created already or started. And then yeah, if you click on exhibitors, here are all the organizations that have booths so far. Well, I guess I did create one. I didn't remember that I created one. But it doesn't have any of the mostly marketing stuff on it. But so ever had to have like a logo. Go where the TC disability channel is this, and then we can have announcements. And we can have links to like your website and social media or anything else. And Kurt, you need to take over because I have to do something at the moment. Please.
All right, Emily taking over. It's a podcast takeover right here live with Emily Gomer and John Petros Sr. So what do you think of that, John? I put, at least I meant to, maybe I didn't. Oh yeah, I put a link in the chat for what your booth space is. So that's there for you to develop with Emily. And then, like she said, there's a December 5th event that you're welcome to be a part of. She's got speakers like Christian Mendez from EC Marketing for All. And we got Christine Bernat. She is speaker as well. We got Santa Papa John. That'll be good. We got Coach K for you as a speaker. And let's see here. We got Dean William and Teresa Lysom, the Giggle Gathering gal. She'll be on there. So yeah, right now we've got 6 speakers lined up. So John, if you want to play a role with our Thursday, December 5th event, which will be 1 Eastern to 7 Eastern. Oh, the hotline is ringing.
Yeah, probably a telemarketer. You know how marketing is.
All right. So there you go. That was a little bit of a tour and coordination, kind of work in action with Emily Gomer. And
I forgot we created that booth too, by the way.
so John, we're kind of yeah, so there you go. That's how we roll here. We can kind of put your work in a fishbowl and kind of a glass house thing, and people can look in and see stuff really getting done between John and Emily with the virtual assistant Kurt Rotzkoff. How do you like that?
Talking about twisting arms, nobody twists arms like you can.
Right. Yeah, I'm a pretty twisted guy, so I know how to be a twister. You feel like you went through a tornado. I'm such a
I will
twister.
never forget your comment. John, have you ever thought of doing a podcast? Well, yeah, I have. Why? He goes, good. You want to start now?
Yeah, right. Right. Can Emily just hit the broadcast button right now? Here we go. Ad lib. No, here we go. Impromptu. Improv.
It's
Live
been
at
that
the
way for, I forget how many weeks now. A couple of months.
yeah. Yeah. So here we are cruising along in your show, and you got your slot on the network. all part of the mission that I'm adding on 5 more channels to 24/7 programming. We've got 24/7 programming with our ministry, and so now we're gonna have business channel and fun channel and educational channel. Everything's educational, but one that's a little bit more devoted to, just the whole practice of lifelong learning and institutional learning and so on and so forth, learning platforms, such like that, a whole channel about all that. How does that sound? And then, a channel for service, a service channel where it's all about volunteering and time banking and, interdependence in communities and neighboring and benevolent communities, beloved communities and stuff like that. So, so reciprocity. So yeah, so we got ministry, then we go to service, then we go to education, then we go to civic and citizen channel, business and work channel, and then our fun channel. 24/7 programming on all 6. We got 1 down, 5 to go. And you're all part of it, John. Congratulations.
And it all comes under one umbrella, marketing.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, to have 24/7 programming, we got to cover 24 times 7, whatever that is, and you did one of the 24 times 7 hours.
Well, my podcast is going to be interesting in 2 weeks.
In 2
Papa
weeks.
Santa.
Because you're not going to be on your hosting next week.
I might actually be available.
It's up to you. You got to coordinate with Emily, but you coordinate with Emily and you can keep the show going if you want. It's up to you. It's your Friday. So.
And just to let people know out there who's listening, if you want to come on the podcast, let us know. I actually have even been known to do book promotions. All falls under marketing, people.
Yeah.
I have another lady.
You should do, Jen, is you should create a form, like whether a Jot form or a Google form or something, and have it be a form that we can publicize here on the podcast and put in all our digital presence and communications, and they can apply to be a guest on this show. Wouldn't that be exciting?
Yeah, I'm trying to put a link on my calendar for people to just click a Friday and this time slot. But it does want to activate. I have to call Calendly and find out what's up with that.
I would say, unless Emily knows enough to help you finish the Calendly, might want to. Keep doing what you're doing with Calendly, but while you're spending time on that with them, you might want to check in with Emily and see if she's got a shortcut.
Yeah, I have one set up for my one-on-ones with people, especially my guests. Before they come on the podcast, I like to have a one-on-one with them. That way I can get into more private detail about them before the shows.
Yeah, a little
and
I'm trying
to put I'm trying to put the second link in there for booking the time on the guests instead of trying to keep track of it all myself, which gets confusing. That way there, if I can do that, have them go on to the calendar and just book their date, Calendly will automatically send reminders out to them.
Okay.
That way there's less chance on having them forget about it and not show up.
Right. So yeah, so things are streamlining here at the Revolutionize Your Marketing program. So John, anything else you want to say in closing as we're at closing time for your show slot?
Just stay tuned, folks, in 2 weeks with Santa Papa John. Just before Christmas, it's always good to have Santa pop in.
And then as of now, you're inclined to do a little bit of a show next week, or you don't know yet?
Um, Probably will be. I don't think I'm going to have any company the day after Thanksgiving. We actually got invited out for Thanksgiving, so
All right. Well, stay tuned, folks, for our probably show. So, Emily, either way, either Emily will be here with John, co-hosting a show next Friday, or if something comes up, John, just let Emily know, and Emily can just put out a little promo for Santa Papa John, and kind of echo our directing them to December 5th with Santa Papa John. All right, so
right.
Emily, we'll turn it over to you. Let's get us on out of here. Let's say goodbye to our YouTube audience, Emily Gomer. Here, I don't know what she ran off to, but
Emily.
while we're here on standby, I'm gonna try to do a relog in here. So, ladies and gentlemen, the show is over. We're just having a little encore, maybe a little bit of watching. Yeah, watching us stumble through while Emily abandoned us. I'm just doing the old logging out of my Ability Fest Zoom account. I'm going to try to come into the Spirit of the Game Zoom account. But right now my computer is not, oh, it's still trying to process logging out. So you're getting extra footage on this YouTube Live with Special K. So closing out the World of Ability Podcast Network with Emily Gulmer, podcast assistant, virtual assistant, scheduling assistant. And here we go. I'm Kurt Roskoff, co-producer across the network. We also have Ability MKE now on Wednesdays. That is 8:15 check-in time with Sue, pre-show. And then at 8:30 Eastern, we go live on podcasting and live streaming and with live on the air in Milwaukee radio, and then the radio station simulcast to SoundCloud. So that's always great. And then Saturdays here at the World Ability Podcast Network, we are also here with Emily Gulmer on Saturdays from 2 to 4 Eastern. John, are you going to be plugging in at all in that time range, or you got other things going in your afternoon, or just
What time was that?
2 to 4 Eastern is our open window. So anytime between 2 and 4 Eastern, Emily is here for doing this with World of Ability podcast.
And that's the one on Saturdays.
Yep, that's tomorrow, Saturday. Yeah.
One I hosted a couple weeks ago for you.
Yep, that's the one.
That was fun. That was.
Good. Glad you liked it. It helped out a lot. Allowed me to keep with my cousin and know that the show is going on without me. The show must go on.
Kurt, I'm guessing you did not see my message.
Message about what?
So thank you everybody for joining us today, for tuning in. Again, we are here every Friday at 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Eastern. If you'd like to be a guest, please let us know. And I guess until next time, hope everybody has a